What up? It's your boy XcaliberZero, the music producer you can grow with. And today you're listening to The Realm, and I have my boy, Jon the Dreamer, in here. What's up, Jon? How's it going, man?
I'm good, bro. Glad to be here, man. It's I've been watching it and seen a few episodes, and I was happy when you reached out to talk about it. It's good to just go down memory lane and talk about stuff you haven't thought about in years.
For sure, bro. I definitely had to get you on here because you're somebody that I had my eye on for a while, like back in the Instagram Prime days. And I remember seeing you.
The Prime days,
Yeah,
wow.
the Prime Instagram days when you could be a producer and actually sell and make a lot of money off beat selling off Instagram. So I appreciate you coming on here and appreciate you checking out the podcast before. But how about you give a little intro about yourself? Who are you? When did you start making music and what made you start making music?
So my name is Jon the Dreamer. I'm from London, United Kingdom, music producer. I started making beats in 2008, but at the same time I was a rapper, so I was juggling both of them. About 2016, I stopped rapping and just focused on the production, and started sending beats in 2018. And kind of 2 years into this process where it comes to like growing the brand, I rebranded in 2015 to a whole new moniker, which is Jon the Dreamer. I was something else before that. So it's kind of been kind of a fresh new journey. Trying to do this more online media, sort of getting in front of the camera, because during the times when I was coming up, you just see a producer as a logo, and something I didn't want to be. So yeah, man.
For sure, man. Yeah, you touched on branding and marketing a little bit. I think that's what caught my eye is that you've always had this unique branding and marketing style. I feel like when I was doing my Instagram thing, especially going hard with like type beats and stuff like that, I realized that I was going to your page for like references, and I even seen BeatStars repost this GIF that you actually came up with. I remember you had posted like this Instagram video of you dancing to your new beat, and it was Thanos back when like the Avengers first started getting big, and you were dancing to it, and it was hilarious. And then like a few months later, BeatStars reposted another dude who pretty much stole your idea. So I've definitely had my eye on your branding and your marketing. And what kind of got you into that? You have an eye for it. So what influences do you have when it comes to that stuff?
I don't know what it is, man. I feel like just growing up and stuff, I always had an eye for, I don't know, good graphic design, I suppose. I was the guy that would do everybody's MySpace layouts.
Oh, okay.
So people would come to me and I would like, I wasn't even charging. I was just trying to get more time with using, I didn't even have Photoshop, but I had like Photo Impact or something like that. And then I think I got that CS4 or something, and I was practicing and doing stuff and doing MySpace layouts. And ever since then, I've realized how important it was, because people would come to my MySpace and be like, how did you do that? Can you do mine?
Right.
And I was following other people whose were much better than mine, but people would come to mine and be like, yo, yours is fire. How do I do that? So I've always just had that kind of outlook and looking. I've always looked at certain people, and there's people that I follow, especially in the UK, that have the same logo design. It's 10 to 15 years deep with that logo design, and they're massive now. So just from seeing that from behind the scenes, I was like, right, I need to have something like that for my own brand.
For sure, man. You definitely have a clean style. One of the most unique styles that I've seen, especially when it comes to Twitch, which we'll touch on a little bit later.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask, how did that help you as far as selling beats? Because I know that you personally use Airbit to sell beats as opposed to BeatStars and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And did you feel like that the branding and the marketing really helped the impact of you selling beats as opposed to just before where you're just posting a beat up with like a picture on it?
Yeah, I did some real small courses when it comes to just like growing your brand and understanding who you are, and all of those sort of things, and researching YouTube tutorials where people saying your biggest brand is your face.
Right.
Because it's the most unique thing. Like you can have a certain font, face, or style, and someone can come and rip it off and do the same thing as you, whereas no one is going to have your face.
Right.
So at the same time, as well as having good graphic design and production, your face is also very important as a music producer or any sort of creative or any business. So on Airbit at the time, when I got started on there, I think it was producer of the week sometime. And there was other producers before me that just had their logos. But because I had my face on there, when they actually took my profile picture, it was my face. And then I had a lot of followers coming through that. And rappers hit me up because they were like, I saw you on this page. I thought, let me check your beats out. And it's because my face. It was just a bit of text. I don't think it would have got as much traction back then. But yeah, I got love from Airbit. So I rolled with them. Also, they're a UK company, and I went to some of their shows and spoke to the people that, kind of run it and stuff. I think it's the same sort of reasons why people join BeatStars, because they can get that one-to-one with Abe.
Right.
Whereas I can't get that because I'm in the UK. So I could talk to Wasim from Ebbet and have a conversation. So I think it was just growing with who's around you, not as in like which platform's better or back and forth.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So I see that you were talking about you took courses and stuff like that a little bit. Who were some people that you were mentored by? I seen you post pictures with Elmine. I think I remember you said that you had a mentorship that you did with Curtis King a little bit. Like, who were some people?
Yeah, so I never did any like mentorship with Illmind. I just went to Pastor Orcs just because he was in London and I thought it would be a good link up and went with my boy. But yeah, I did the Curtis King and Epic Beats music mentorship. I can't remember what it's called now. It's a couple of years back now. But yeah,
Right.
it was a real small like mentorship. I met Beats by Danny in there, a few other people like Tada Beats and a bunch of other people that I still talk to today. Ida Lente. Um, and it was good. We just had the weekly calls and sessions where we were just working together and working out ways to crack this sort of Instagram thing and just selling beats online. Um, a lot of people didn't really take it any further than that, but for me, it was cool because it opened up the whole sort of avenue for me to make tutorials on YouTube and stuff.
Mhm.
So, I did get some benefit out of it and I did sell beats. So, yeah.
For sure, man. And I see that you transitioned into the YouTube game. You just hit 2K subscribers relatively quickly too. It's been a few months. So congratulations on that. That's big, bro.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. It's a weird one for me because I look back at my stats and today, it's funny that we're doing this. Today is the day I actually hit YouTube monetization. So I can
Hey,
start to actually make some income off YouTube.
for sure,
But
bro.
yeah, we're about 2,100 subs or something. But I looked at my watch time a year ago today and I had like 14 hours and now we're at like 500 hours of watch time. And it's just
Damn.
from old tutorials and stuff. And, I've recently recorded a few others and added onto there, but I don't feel like I've really gone hard on YouTube yet. Whereas like, some of our peers and stuff, they're doing the 3 and 4 videos a week and
Right.
stuff. But I haven't uploaded a tutorial in like a month now, and my numbers are still climbing. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it is. People said they find my stuff easy to you know understand, and they subscribe, man. So
I think that when I've checked out your YouTube videos, you have a very informative way of talking about it, even though you do Ableton and I'm all FL gang, FL Studio gang, but you have a very informative way of breaking down things, and you teach really well, and you kind of transitioned that with your Twitch streaming. Now you're a Twitch streamer. You've been doing Twitch streaming for a few months now. Definitely, I think personally, I've told you this before many of times. I think you're one of the most entertaining Twitch streamers as far as a producer because you have uniqueness to it. There's different things that make it funny. It's very interactive. It's more about the community as opposed to just about you and the attention on you. And I think that's what makes the streaming so enjoyable when I do catch your streams because it's entertaining and you have just different things that nobody really has. Like if you checked out John the Dreamer's stream, you will know what I'm talking about. This dude will have a beat and he'll play a beat or something like that, and all of a sudden put some respect on my name, put some respect on my name, or just like these little gifts and stuff like that popping up. So it's hilarious, bro. So what made you start transitioning into a Twitch streamer, and how long ago did you start?
oh, first of all, man, I just want to say I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Twitch is new for me as a producer when it comes to even just sharing my beats and behind the scenes of how I make them and stuff. So that's always something that you have to get over. Like anybody that's in here that's trying to do the Twitch thing and do the YouTube stuff, it's one of those things where you have to put yourself out there
Right.
and realize that anytime you put a piece of content out, it's available for scrutiny and people can have their opinions on it, and that's completely fine. But once you get over that, you just start to enjoy it for yourself. But as for like doing the kind of unique stuff with Twitch and stuff, you know, I've always wanted to just do Twitch just because I'm a big gamer. Well, I
Mm,
used to be a massive gamer, and then I sold my PlayStation in 2018 to focus on music. But
dope.
after trying to do the Twitch stream and realizing that I need to buy a PC to really do it, now I've got a PC that can run some serious games, and I've started kind of introducing it back into my lifestyle and stuff. But yeah, I first started on Twitch maybe 2015, just as kind of like a viewer, and then I started trying to do it through PlayStation, and I've gone the whole route of trying to do a Twitch stream like really cheaply
Mhm.
up until now, where I've put a bit of money behind it. So yeah, it's always been something I've wanted to do. Let's put it that way. As for the gifts and stuff, it's I've always been, like I said, with the graphic design and using Premiere and doing little animation and stuff.
Right.
It's been cool. So when I saw Kenny Beats jumping on Twitch and doing that as well, I was like, oh, I kind of had the same sort of ideas of how to do it, but obviously I don't have the audience that Kenny Beats has due to the Cave and his previous chart successes and work and catalog. I don't have that. So even when I was doing it and before, I'm not going to say I did it before Kenny. It's not like that. I just feel like it was kind of like all aligning at the same time.
Right.
Even when Illmind jumped on, I was like, oh, it's all happening at the same time. Whereas I was struggling to get my stream off the ground because of funds to get the stream to work on Mac, especially
Right, for
trying
sure.
to move to PC and that whole process of building it. It's long, man. But, it's all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's came out really dope though. Like to see how it's grown over the years. You got a backdrop now and everything like that. Like it looks like you're sitting at an actual desk now. It looks really cool. You got the little Pokemon little avatars and stuff like that. So it's very
Yeah.
interactive, man. If you're a listener, I definitely recommend you checking out John's stream because it is very entertaining and it's very informative as well. He breaks down people's beats and stuff like that. He breaks down his own beats. He gives tips about how he makes his beats, and then it's really fun. And he just sits there and talks to you, and it's a real community. So I definitely recommend you checking out that. And he has his Discord with that as well, which is always lit. I always get the notifications for your Discord, man. It's popping in there.
Appreciate that, man.
So definitely
Yeah,
join the train.
it's all about the community, man. Like you were saying before, I do it because obviously I love going live and doing stuff, but I've been building the Discord, and I think we've just not long got over like 100 members and stuff. And I'm a part of a few Discords, but it just feels like people just go there to get maybe some downloadables or some source or a couple of, I don't know, and then they leave, and it's just like a ghost town in there. So the main reason I started streaming on Twitch first instead of YouTube, just because I felt like I could build up more of a rapport with these people because they see me more often. Whereas kind of YouTube, the culture on YouTube is you go there, you're looking for gems or you're looking to solve a problem, you skip through the video back and forth, you only find the bits you need. You might even leave a comment asking, why didn't you cover that? But because you skipped through it, you missed that you actually did cover that.
For sure.
Whereas when you're on Twitch, it's a different sort of culture, whereas these people have turned up to watch a live stream. There's no skipping. They're going to watch everything that comes out. What is happening is going to unfold in front of them. So instantly they're already engaged. So if I'm having a conversation with them and talking to them and saying, join this community, they become like friends. So like my Discord is it's like a family now. We have like the mother figures and the family, the fathers and all the siblings and the bad ones and the ones always posting the weird memes or the crazy memes or something. You see what I'm saying? Like everyone's got a role or a place there, and people are just finding their own ways in there. Like, yeah, it's a community, it's a family, man, for sure.
For sure, man. It's dope to see that. I definitely see the family the family bond that's been in there because I see frequent people like Peroni and stuff like that who are always in there and just showing mad love. So it's dope that you have built that, especially in a short time. You just started your Twitch like this year during COVID, right? Like really building it, really building it.
Yeah. Just like I started setting up all the Discord and stuff because I just knew that I wanted it to be this way just from the start. So like my Discord is organized into, different roles of what you do if you're a producer, a rapper, singer, whatever. People can set those roles from before, like just before, like as they enter. And then people can start to network and actually make connections. I've been in so many Discords where there's so much wealth and there's so much skills in here, but nobody knows anything. Everyone's shared to start a conversation, and it's useless. Whereas if everyone's badged and everybody says, I do this, I do that, if let's say you're trying to learn about mixing a hip hop vocal and you see there's a guy that's an engineer, you're going to hit him up and say, yo, can you help me with this? Or you see a couple of producers on, can you help me with this? It's that sort of community spirit I wanted to build for sure.
For sure, man. That's dope. And, I feel like the transition right now, especially into live streaming is growing crazy, especially you're
super popular.
Right. You're able to monetize off, Instagram now, TikTok, obviously people are monetizing off the lives from that. And then also YouTube as well. But how do you think, or do you think that producers now should start transitioning into that live and building that relationship with the community, no matter how small it is? Or do you think that they should go towards like the content for like YouTube or Instagram?
I feel like going live is important for sure. Especially as a producer, the main reason why is I've had people hit me up that are much bigger producers than me saying, how do I do that?
Right.
So, and some of these guys, like it's always the faceless producers that have, I don't know, let's say they got a platinum single with such and such, right? But they're nobodies. Isn't like the community doesn't know them. They just know the name or they know the tag, but they don't know the face. They don't know anything. And it's because they hide behind it. But at the same time, there's a little voice in the back of their head saying, you need to get on camera, you need to grow your audience, you need to do this, do that. And now they're starting to see people like me. My audience is nothing compared to these, massive platinum, but they will message me saying how to do that. So my advice is definitely to get on live, connect with your audience, build a fan base, build a community. For YouTube, have to be done, man. The amount of money that's being thrown through ad money on YouTube, excuse me, it's a wasted opportunity if you do not go through and monetize that. Like,
For sure.
do you know how many people would want to know what happens behind your life? Like, let's say, just for argument's sake, let's say this random ex-producer produced a Drake beat. You'd want to know how this guy did that.
Right.
How did you get to that camp? How did you get in that circle, those conversations? What does your studio look like? Are you Mac or PC? Are you FL? Are you Ableton? There's so many questions that other producers would want to know. And you could just give it to them by 2 to 3 minute videos, a couple times a week. And you see how quickly that grows. And you'd be like, bro, I didn't expect this to happen like that. But now I have this massive community. It's like, you see people like this all the time. Look at Superstar Row, massive community where dudes are chilling. They'll come through, guys there eating his food, chilling, listening to a beat, got the Elgato hip hop in, similar to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a community. And these guys are, I see some of the gifted subs and donations coming through. Why wouldn't you have a part of that?
Right.
Even if you're just reinvesting it into the stream, making it more lit for your community, why not?
Definitely, man. For sure. So if you're a producer and you're just starting out wanting to get into, Twitch streaming or live streaming, what are some basic stream or studio setups that you would recommend for every streamer to start with?
Oh man, it's got to be get yourself a good computer. I've been using Mac for, I want to say 12 to 13 years.
Oh, damn.
Deep, right? Mm-hmm. I've been a massive Mac user just because, I used to work in a PC shop. I used to love it, right? But when I got that Trojan, that worm came through and lost all those files, blue screen of death.
Yeah, bro.
I said to myself, this is not happening to me again in my lifetime, because I lost a lot. And I wasn't even making beats back then. It was just my music. And that angered me so much because back then there was no streaming. It was just your iTunes MP3 catalog.
Right.
I spent hours like digitizing my CDs and stuff just to lose it all. Just because I don't know, I downloaded some weird plugin that was actually
Right. I've been there.
So,
bro.
Yeah, everyone's been there. So I moved to Mac, and I've never lost a file since. I have all my first beats. One day I'll play those to the community and stuff, and we'll have a joke on a stream or something. But like, I have all that stuff. Whereas I feel like most producers that are on PC have gone through stages where they've lost everything, and they'll say things like, "Yeah, it was supposed to happen. I just needed to wipe fresh and stuff." Like, that's what you're telling yourself to cope with that scenario. But nobody wants to lose files or lose sessions, because that stuff always happens to you when you need it the most. You just got a crazy placement. They're asking for the stems. Can't now.
Yeah, it's annoying for sure, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So get yourself a fire computer, even just for production. As much cores as you can get, as much SSD, M2 hard drive you can get, and just get yourself a basic webcam. Get started. Start getting on there live. Don't wait until your stream looks good. Just start getting live, build a community, and chat to people. Because I've seen some terrible streams that look, but the engagement's on 1,000, and people are turning up like 480 pixels on Twitch.
For sure.
And people are having a good time, man.
So you're saying that you don't need all that fancy equipment, besides the computer itself needs to be, at least powerful enough to be able to stream.
Yeah, that's the thing though. My system is just a really good computer, and I just have like an Elgato Stream Deck just to trigger some of my effects and move through scenes and whatever. But that's it. Those are the two main things. And also get yourself a good mic just so people can hear you.
For sure. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, go for it, bro.
I was going to say, what gear do you have right now for your stream? As far as you say you have the Elgato, and I want you to kind of explain some of that stuff.
Cool. So just some more detail. Yeah. I mean, look, any USB mic will do. I don't want to sit here and start saying full on brands and all this and sort of stuff. But the Elgato stuff is a safe bet, but it's also very expensive. So just know where your budgets are. Set yourself a certain budget and see if it's realistic. Get yourself a decent USB mic. You can go on YouTube and type in top 5 best USB mics, and then you decide based on your budget of where you want to make that
Mm.
investment. As for a PC, do the same sort of thing when it comes to maybe a gaming PC. Gaming PCs share very similar sort of specifications for being a music producer, aside from the graphics card. But if you're going to be streaming, you're going to need a good graphics card to send out and encode your stream. So those are the sort of things. It's very hard to give like an accurate sort of thing, because my PC is like a $3,000 build, and if it's a
Damn.
brand new producer just starting, they're gonna have a little, I don't know, $300 Advent HP Mac or
Right.
whatever it is, not Mac, PC. So just know where your budget is and see where you can fit in with that.
For sure, bro. And so, what is the future of your brand and your content? What's the future look like for John the Dreamer? Let's say within the next year. What are your goals?
Future of my brand is mainly, I think YouTube is where I'm gonna take my focus to, only because um, it's easier for me to help more people
Hmm.
and grow the community. They say if you want to build a good YouTube, find common problems for people that are like you and solve it with them and show
Hmm.
them how you solve it and solve it for them. If you can solve people's problems, they're going to come back to you. You're going to have good viewer retention because they're like, John solved my problem last time. I'm pretty sure he'll solve the next one.
For sure, bro.
So that's what I do. And this is another reason why growing your Discord community is a massive gem, because they're going to come to you and say, I have all these problems. And now you just got a list of content to make for your YouTube.
For sure.
Because when you start out and people are like, I don't know what to talk about on YouTube. Who wants to listen to me talk? But if someone says they enjoy your videos and how you broke that down was dope, now all you need is a list of content to make. And then you just really need to make time to make that content. I'm notorious for not making enough time to do it because I'm so busy with the 9 to 5, etc. But when I do have time, I'm going to make all that content. I'm going to put it out there and just see what happens.
For sure,
Um,
man.
and start to get some of those brand deals with maybe Ableton related um, companies and controllers and all that sort of stuff. And obviously continue on the road of my Twitch stream. I really enjoy the Twitch stream because you connect with so many great people and just build these vibes up. And also, I feel like just being live and being able to command the conversation and keep people engaged with you. If you can keep people engaged with you live for 2 to 3 hours, making content is easy
Right.
because you only have to spend your Instagram is 1 minute. You can't keep people engaged for 1 minute. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Whereas 240 minutes is a full Twitch stream, like for some people.
Mm.
So like when you put it into that sort of perspective, you can make content, no problem at all. And also, what was I going to say for the final point? It was shit, it's gone out of my head now. Yeah, just keep. Oh, also that's what it is. Content reusing. If you stream for 2 hours, you can now split all of those little parts of the stream up into a bunch of micro content, and I do that on my YouTube channel. There's little bits and tidbits, and I just throw them out there.
I think that's
So
super powerful, man. That you do that. I see that you do that. You like pretty much repurpose your content from Twitch, and then you use the pieces that are important and put it on, YouTube and stuff like that. That's a big gem right there.
big time, man. Because the longer ones that are over 3 to 5 minutes, that's a YouTube video. But something that's like a little 1 minute, Instagram or maybe Twitter or maybe a little Facebook video.
Hmm.
I can't say they get the most engagement because people want to see, welcome to the channel. It's your boy John the Dreamer, yada yada. Today
Right.
we're gonna do this and that because they like the dressing up of it. It's like when you see that little intro, people just grab the popcorn and just sit there and chill with it.
Yeah.
But when they see a little extract from a stream, it's a different. They feel like they're getting half the conversation, I suppose.
Mm.
But my thing is, wherever there's gems, there's gems. I remember when I was coming up on YouTube, wherever I could find gems, I was watching it.
Mm.
So
Definitely, I can see that you already have that aspect within you, because I mean you've helped me with multiple things as far as Adobe Premiere editing, Mailchimp. You just have a knowledge about a lot of things. You've helped Produce by Ocean. I know you've helped RMC Beats. Help with his content and stuff like that. Like, or setting up his. What did you help RMC with? I think it was like his.
yeah, I just been helping a few people out with their live streams. You know what I'm saying? Just because people see that I'm doing it, and it's just like friends of friends of friends, and someone will say, "Oh, this guy can help you because I've seen him do it," and then next minute you're having a conversation with a few people. So yeah, like, my thing is, I used to be a teacher for a couple of years, music
Mm.
production, teaching Logic and Ableton and any music software really, as long as we had it in the college. and I'll just show people how to do stuff and break it down. So now this is kind of, I stopped teaching now. I went corporate, I sold out for life. But, it's one of those things where it's just like, I still miss that sort of element of helping people out. And, people still hit me up through email asking me how to do this, and that. Even some of my ex-students and stuff. So it's just an extension. And if people are looking for it, I'm more than happy to help do it. And especially now that we're monetized, it's just an extra, thing that people can give back and help me out with and take things forward, really.
For sure, man. You're definitely looking for the plug of as far as any knowledge, as far as editing videos, music production, any of those skills. Definitely check out my boy John, man. He is killing it. So, what is the biggest gem that you could give to like a younger version of yourself? Earlier, you spoke on the fact that you like to teach on a part of a producer's trail, like a journey. You're helping them on that part of their journey. You're solving a pain point. What is a pain point that you feel like was big for you that you can give to your younger self or the younger generation of music producers?
I think the biggest gem I'd give myself is going to be an unconventional one because people are going to say this, and that. But for me, it's going to be stop caring what other producers think about your beats and stop
Definitely.
caring about other producers think about your entire brand.
Definitely.
Just and the main reason for that is your brand is not for other producers. Your brand is to attract upcoming artists or established artists or brand deals or whatever it is, but it's not to attract other producers. So if you're someone that's a brand new producer within the last couple of years, you're always asking for music feedback or you're trying to get people's opinion to see if you're any good. Producers don't care as much as you probably think they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why new producers get frustrated when they get feedback from other producers because it's like, I'm not your audience.
Right.
I don't care about your beats. And it's not from the aspect of like, well, why don't you care about my beats? You're not real. I thought you was for the community. I am for the community. But the person you should be speaking to are people that are going to potentially use them and number two, buy them.
Definitely.
Because they are the people that are going to give you much better feedback than me. You're looking for the technicalities of, do I need to shave off a certain amount of hertz on my EQ, yada, yada? How does compression work? I understand that. If it's from a technical perspective, then yeah, I can help you with that. But whether it's just, do you like it? Yeah, it's cool. I'm not going to rap on it because I'm not an artist.
Right.
Find a person that's going to use it and you'll know if they like it without them even having to say a word. You'll see their face. You'll see their energy. You remember that clip when Timbaland plays that beat for Jay-Z? Jay-Z's just there like, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Timbaland didn't have to ask Jay-Z.
He knew.
If he knew because he got excited and they both shared a moment. That's what new producers, and you need to find someone like that. And they will tell you, and those people will keep inspiring you because if they like your beats, they're going to keep asking you for more. Producers are not going to ask you to keep sending beats to review. That's why you see these producers on YouTube charging for that service because it's laborious. It's not something they specifically want to do. They're happy to help, but not for free.
Right.
So my gem would be focus on trying to get your music to artists instead of other producers.
Definitely, bro. That is a big gem. I feel like I even played victim of that for a little while. I would care too much what other producers think and try to make the beat go crazy with the 808 slides and the hi it's just going crazy and the drops going wild. And I realized that wasn't helping me sell music at all. That wasn't helping my music career at all. It was just making me feel like I was getting better as a producer to show other producers I'm a good producer, but not as far as what can I do to make the whole creative aspect for me and the artist relationship grow and be genuine between us two. So I definitely appreciate that, Jim, because that's something I could have used when I was younger. So that's a big one right there for sure.
I mean, we all could have used that, Jim, and that's why when you phrase the question, tell yourself. That's me talking directly to myself because I spent way too much time messing with stuff like that and trying to appease other producers and realize that wait, this isn't putting no money in my pocket.
Right.
This isn't growing my brand. This isn't getting me a placement. Producers are not going to be like, oh, see my boy, he's got the best beat for you and give it to them. He's not going to tell you. He won't line up the dots for you.
Right.
He's going to try and get his beats up there. So it's a pointless task. 100% focus on your own brand, focus on your own stuff, working with artists and building that relationship and getting it out there. Don't worry about what these other producers think. And a good example of that, right? Go and listen to a Tiger beat. There's nothing in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Go and listen to an NLE Chopper beat. You get 808, you get a piano, hi-hat, clap, and you get yeah.
That's very true, bro.
When you break down beats to just that, does it have that bounce? Does it have that knock? Does it make people want to vibe to it? Is it going to be some of the most timeless hip-hop beats are basic.
Very true.
So basic. You know, us producers, we overcomplicate stuff so much to the fact where the artists get intimidated because, you know, they can't actually match up to the complexities of the beat. So they're just like, you know, when you're in a recording session with artists and you're making a beat with them and stuff, and it's not really going well, and they turn to you and say, just pull up something on YouTube, you're overcomplicating the process. You know, I've been in sessions where I'm not even a producer, I've just been like helping out with the engineering. And the guys just said, pull up YouTube. And you know why that works? Because with a YouTube beat, they can't change anything. That's just the beat, it's printed, that's it. Whereas when you're working with them, they're going to keep telling you, oh, can you put the clap there or do this and that? You know, artists don't know what they want. They just want to rap.
Right, definitely.
So, definitely. Yeah, man.
My boy John stays giving out the gems, man. I appreciate you.
I mean, I try, man. I try.
I appreciate you coming on, brother. Go ahead and tell people where to find you, where to, plug yourself right now. Where can people find your stuff?
Boy, plug yourself right now. Guys, if you want to find me, you can just literally go to Google, type in Jon the Dreamer, Jon the Dreamer. Hit me up on YouTube, subscribe to your boy. Twitch, I'm there. Join the Discord community, invite.gg/Jon the Dreamer. I'm on Instagram, but, you know, everybody knows we're all trying to get off that platform.
Yeah, definitely.
Engagement took such a hit that we can't reach the people we're trying to do anymore. Email, all of that stuff is there, but you should be able to find me through those links. And if you want to hear some beats, any artists listen to this, jonbeats.com, you'll find my stuff right there.
For sure, bro. Jon got some crazy ass beats too, by the way. Don't sleep on Jon's beats,
that, man.
But I appreciate you coming on here, brother. Thanks for your time, man. And we're going to wrap it up right there, man.
Cool. See you later, people.